welcome and welcome. This is Cabaret Karaoke signing in for Vitu Vidogo. Today, I'm in a quite robust mood, courtesy of the sun. It's warm and nice and toasty, just as I love it, you know. And as you can see, the melanin is popping, courtesy of my ancestors from way back. So, black is beautiful. Feel good, feel free, you know. Yeah, and no bleaching, no nothing. Just love yourself the way you are naturally. You are naturally blessed. So today I'm talking about business. Some businesses maybe are viable in Kenya. Others, maybe you just learn something. So stay tuned and please share, subscribe, and enjoy. First business I will address is the all day breakfast business. Yes, you had it right. All day breakfast. Like you walk in any time of day, all they serve is breakfast. You know, there are some foods that are associated with breakfast: tea, coffee, eggs, sausages, bacon. What have I missed out? Pancakes, French toast. You know, all these are served from morning to afternoon. And one thing that I found like was, like very captivating on this model of the business is, you know, the restaurant as is open, they have every restaurant is different. They have their different kind of menus. If you are not a franchise, franchises are or a chain. Those are the chains. Like somebody has come up uh, with a business model and they have their own their own way of doing business. They have their own menus, and others buy into the idea and open the same under the same brand. So that is a chain restaurant or a chain business. Others are just, they are the same business operation, but they are small time owners that operate them. So what I've discovered with these kind of restaurants, because I've gone into some of them, as you are going to see, is when I talk to some of the servers or the waiters or waitresses, because I usually go maybe on a weekend. You have maybe like part-time students, they really love this kind of business. Why? Because they get to go in early and leave early. What do I mean? These businesses, they open from 6. That's when they'll go in maybe to prepare. And then customers will be coming in by 8. And they are closed by 3 p.m. After 3 p.m., you go there, they are closed and they are gone home. And I think this is why like college students, they love such kind of business, because then that means they have enough time to go and do their assignments, their homework, or they can also go for a second job. So this kind of business, I think, is also very good in Kenya, because I can name like one business here is called the Egg Smart. They cook anything they serve has to have eggs. French toast with eggs, bacon, tea, eggs. Everything they put with eggs. And I think, as for me, coming in from I've reared chicken and eggs. Uh, and one thing I found that was quite difficult was how the brokers treat the farmers when it comes to eggs. Like eggs will be collected on weekly basis. They would come in there, they would call. You call them, maybe on you collect your eggs. By the end of week, you have like maybe 50 trays of eggs, and you call them, and they assure you they will be coming. And the other thing, you agree on pricing, because that is the other thing of the aspect of business. If they don't agree to buy you at your price, you call somebody else. So you are there, you have agreed, maybe let's say a price of one tray of egg is 250. I'm just putting a figure. And this person says, yes, he's going to buy at 250. In fact, it's a very good price. And they promise they'll be passing by maybe on Sunday afternoon by 12. And so by 12, you have put your eggs in order, you have arranged them, you have cleaned them up, you have you have sorted out the broken ones, and you have put in there like 50 trays of eggs ready for collection. And then what happens? This guy switches off the phone, and now you are panicking by 12, by 1, because now many farmers, maybe African farmers, we don't have the coolers or the large fridges where you can stack these trays of eggs, and you know they'll be fresh, they will not spoil, and they'll be easy for collection at a later time. So this guy switches off the phone, in fact, even by 3 p.m., this person has not come in to collect the eggs. Again, now you are shocked. You are waiting for this person. And then 6 of p.m., that's when this person is coming. And by the time he's arriving, because it's already almost dark, he's like, I can't pay the price of 250. Yeah, I can only pay 200. You see what I'm saying? Like this person, we should have just said from the go, like he won't buy at 250, he only buy at 200. And that way, then you can get another guy to come in and buy. So for farmers, this one is for you. If you have eggs, are an egg farmer, so maybe you can find some other forms of value addition, like having, like, some of these restaurants that can do all day breakfast and you serve people eggs. Yes. You see, we have these young men going around selling boiled eggs, and with a bit of with spices here and there in various towns in Kenya. So I think you can go a step further. A restaurant will be much better, and you can sell at maybe a better price if you have a good menu. So you need to check out that restaurant. It's called the Egg Smart. So the Egg Smart business, all day breakfast, they must have serve an egg. I found it very wonderful. The other business I've seen here that is quite an okay business, but though it will need like lots of capital. That one will be the car hire business, but instead of just cars, they hire out cargo vans and small trucks. So if you are moving things, you go to them, you hire a car, you hire the van or the box truck, and you drive it yourself. Yeah, here, because sometimes it can be very expensive to hire movers. Maybe you need movers when you are having a family, and you have little kids, then you need them to help you come and pack. But if you're just, or if you have friends, like if you have a good community, then they can show up for you. And if you have a box truck, then you can pack up, help you pack, and take in your luggage or your household items, put them in the truck, and you go, and you go out to your new home and unload. So that I saw is also good. And what was also interesting is that you're not limited to just moving your own things. If you have other people you can move stuff for, you can use the same van to do business. yes, you can do business. You can, as long as you see if it's profitable, if it is viable, you can take these vans and you help people to move items here and there, as long as you state your purpose. Because sometimes I see these big brands like Amazon, no, they have their own trucks, but sometimes their own trucks are not enough. So they go out there and they source out from other car hires, and they hire these vans and they give them to their drivers, and then their drivers spend all day doing deliveries. So this is another business I think that it works really well. There was also another business I saw that was quite interesting, and this is the business of storage facilities. Yes, so we have storage facilities all over the country. Here in Canada, you are. I'm sure I'm going to show you some of them, and you see how they operate. Is that it's like warehouses. So a warehouse, you can go in there and store goods if you are selling them. But what if you just have excess items in your house? Maybe you are moving from a bigger house, a 5 bedroom house, then you're moving to maybe a 2 bedroom house. Your children have gone out to college and everything, or they have left, and you are like, this big house, you can't live in this big house, so you are selling maybe the house, or you're moving to a smaller place, and you treasure some things. There are some things you treasure and you don't want to sell them. So you can come in there. They have small size, facilities, and you can just keep, you know, you can keep in your items there. So that is also a very good and viable business. Yeah, instead of sometimes stacking all your items on a balcony. These are some things that sometimes I see some people just keep stuff on the balcony, and you cannot even enjoy your home. Yeah, and the other business would be the auctions. Yeah, here auctions are quite big. you know They have auctions for everything. They have auctions for small cars. They have small auctions for IT equipment and IT supplies, like maybe computers, hardware. They have like for laptops. So maybe companies are like banks. They are hauling out all their systems and are trying to update their hardware. The technology is changing so fast. So sometimes you can be fortunate to attend some auctions, but maybe then you have to spend some big bucks to buy such items in bulk. But anyway, that's about the auctions on matters IT. The other thing on the auctions would be the heavy equipment. This one I recently went to because I was changing my truck, and I had to go leave it there and see if someone can take it so that I can change the trailer. So these are some of the things like you see on once in a while. Auctions are not like a daily occurrence. Like it's not like a shop I have to go there every day. But people with different needs will go in there. They will go get maybe farm equipment, maybe like tractors. They will go in there. Others will be like for heavy construction equipment. Like excavators. Others will be there for trucks. Others will be there for forklifts. Others will be there for lifts. Others will be there for those cranes. So there are so many things. Like when I went into that yard, the yard I went to all the way out there in Orangeville County. So when I went there, and I was like, oh wow, these guys, they have like so much land, so much space for auctions, and they are keeping up all these businesses, they're like all these equipment out there, and all these equipment waiting for someone to take them to their new home. Yeah, or maybe you could be a businessman, and you can facilitate, you can facilitate, such kind of business. Some people, maybe they will come here and they can take some equipment and resell it elsewhere. So these are some of the things, like, okay, they are capital intensive, but yeah, that is the kind of business that I'm talking about. You see, it's such a nice day. The families are out here to enjoy the parks. These are the things that I like to see. Sometimes, once in a while, it's good to see the people of the community. Yes. So the other thing, of course, this is been ongoing for the longest time. Is of course is the real estate. Real estate. We've been having people calling us here in diaspora from work. Oh, we have a plot here, a plot there. All these plots are near the road. These plots have pipe water. These plots, they are service plots. These plots. We see you, our brothers. It's good. It's good that you're having. You have to do business, and it's also nice. Like, sometimes we feel good when some companies, they reach out to us, and we can see the progress that is ongoing home, and it's also good. It also serves as a good reminder that you don't want to retire here at -50 at the age of 60 or 70. Yeah, there's a warmer place you can call home. So with that, there's something I've seen here. Like, now it's summertime, so it's easier to sell, like, the real estate. You can cut the grass. It's so nice. That you can grow the flowers on outside the house, and or the lawn. You cut the lawn and everything, and it's easier to sell the house like that, right? So one thing I've noticed, there was you're going to see, is I was going around a very nice neighborhood. It's called the Cathedral Town. That is a town, like, it's in the Markham City, and this Cathedral Town, when you go there, it will give you a feel of Europe. Like, it will give you a feel of, like, of Europe of the 1800s, and maybe, let's say, the 1900s. And this, they've built it around the church. Even the streets are named after, like, some names you may recognize, like Pope John the Second. Pope John, Pope John the Second. Yes, just John Paul. Yes, and maybe and other cardinals, and also other members of the clergy. So there was that church there. It's really beautiful, and I was also I was surprised, because I think the first time I saw the church, it was really nice, and I was like, I have to go there and see what that is. I did not know at first. Some tiles were missing and other things there, but the people are still hopeful. The people are in the church. But I noticed today, I've gone in around that town very well, and then I started to realize, yes, the people who have bought in around the neighborhoods, maybe they are not all of them are Christians. Canada is diverse like that, and I think this is some of the things that maybe has made maybe the church to be put on for sale. And which also brings another question. You see, the churches in North America and Europe, they are closing, and the churches in Africa, we are building more churches, right? And so those who brought us religion, um, their descendants, they are closing down, and those for us who was brought the religion, then we are the ones who embraced it. That is a story for another day, but you take a look and see, oh, such a magnificent building. Yeah, I really felt like, wow, okay. You know, I felt some type of way. I felt sad. Like this is one nice town. Like it was built so much like around the church and everything, and now they just want to sell it. And maybe you never know who is going to buy it, right? Somebody else may come out there and buy it and put something else. Yeah, so that is the other things. Like some businesses, like real estate, yeah, they may have to sell even churches. The other business that we're talking about is a business that is, you know, like older than Canada. There was a company called the Hudson's Bay, and this really this company, it, as many colonies started as companies, and this company was incorporated on the 2nd of May, I think, 1670 here in Canada. So it's an old company, like almost gonna go like was almost 400 years. And that company is closing. Like they are closing down. They had all the major outlets. They were the biggest in every shopping mall. Like this company, the Hudson's Bay, like it was synonymous with Canada and Canadian shopping malls. And now they are closing. So again, so now business is changing. Business is changing really, and as you can see, I think I'm not so sure. Maybe the foot traffic has fallen in many shopping malls, courtesy of online shopping. So these are some of the things like we are witnessing, right? Like the change of business, and the closure of businesses and the emergence of new ones. So this Hudson's Bay, oh my, like it really felt I really felt some type of way when I saw that business, shut down, and I had to go in there. Of course, I was trying to look for a sale because they are doing those last the clear out sales, and I went there, and I was like, oh, I've seen something nice. I'm coming back, and I went back again, and that, oh, you couldn't find, they were quite pricey. So when they start to clear out the stocks, then they started selling them off at very fair prices. So people at that point, they were taking advantage and trying to get at least something nice. I realized, oh, I didn't have a nice suit, so I went in there and I tried to see if I could get something. So maybe one of these days, if you see me with one of the suits, then you'll be like, okay, yeah, it could be one of those commemorations of the Hudson's Day. Yeah, so yeah, these are some of the things that are happening. It's dynamic, it's all over the world, and you know, it, you know, sometimes times are tough, and in tough times, people have to become resilient, and we can only hope and pray for better. Oh yeah, you let me know what kind of business that you think you can try, and of course, you can leave a comment and see. Tell me how about the other business closures. Maybe you are here in Canada and you know some of these businesses. Let us see. Maybe what did the Hudson Bay mean to you? So anyway, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and thank you for subscribing. By the way, I'm so humbled. I'm very humbled by your subscription. I'm very humbled. Like when I started, and I could see we were like at 20 subscribers, and now I'm seeing we have really grown, you know, heading to 1,000. I can only say I feel blessed. So I hope you too will be blessed and have a lovely day. thank you and thank you very much. Please do share, subscribe, and enjoy our content. Thank you.